Buongiorno, killers and survivors. My name is Klim, and I welcome you to the 6th episode of Community Perk Ideas. If you're new to the channel, welcome, thank you the fuck for stopping by, and please subscribe because we need 69 subscribers by the end of the day. Thank you. If this is your first time on the show, this is a show where I draw your perk ideas for Dead by Daylight that are not in the game right now. If any devs are watching, they might discover the perk and say, holy shit, that sounds neato, we're just gonna add this to DBD. And now, let's take a look at these community perk ideas because you fucking won't believe your eyes, dude. At Actual Klim. I wholeheartedly agree. Mechanic, survivor perk. I'm wondering, is it gonna be like technician? A deep bond with the entity unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. After repairing a generator, reveal the auras of 1, 2, 3 unfinished generator. Your movement speed is increased by 0.816% for 2 seconds. Ooh, so it gives you a tiny sprint bursterino and also shows you where the hell to run next after you've slaved away at this generator. Well, I thought of inserting and stop making perks that make deja vu appear. But I think all of you have heard that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 is confirmed! Well, let's cut the mechanics some slack. It's not as grave a sin as making living auras appear. Such a wonderful perk for our favorite minority, the gen slaves, to have. But yeah, good news guys, you can just equip your toolbox of choice and have it with you at any time without having to use your eyes or the fucking burrito to know where to go next. Alright, listen up. I wanted to have either exhaustion for the sprint burst or a range for the aura rating, because right now, just like Genslave Incarnate, it's a bit too strong. But if it has one of those limits, then it's gonna be balanced out of 10. Surprisingly, what the fuck? Alright guys, we need more perks, get ready. Ezekiel, bring in the perks. Streams of consciousness, so-called Droogs of mine. When gaining the exposed effect, gain the ability to shift it onto survivor within your line of sight. This has an audio effect. This ability has cooldown of 60, 50, 40 seconds. I was always on my Odiknoki. I have no idea if these are balanced or fair or not, so please worry me, daddy. Dude, it's okay, let's just start with analyzing what the flying fuck happens when you equip this. Oh shit, I almost spilled something. Guys, how about a personality test out of your Survive with Friends group? Which one are you? Gen Freak, Damage Dealer, or the guy who generally enjoys playing this game and types good sportsmanship in the post-game chat? Truth be told, I of course consider myself a... Nah, just kidding. Toxicity is very bad, in case the FBI agent is listening. Alright, so what do I want to say with this? If you answered 3, then so-called Droogs of mine is your #1 go-to perk, because congratulations, and let's face it, you're the of the fucking lobby. Let me confess something. If I was a perk designer, I would make it so that you can steal an exposed status from someone else, because right now you can sabotage your team. You can just fuck everyone over completely by shifting yours onto someone else. But the thing is, if you've ever watched the movie that we're talking about here, then of course you understand why the hell it's this way around and not the other way. Whether or not that's a fair perk is a whole different story, and honestly, it's fucking not supposed to be a fair perk. Oh, remember, it can be used in a strategic way though, in a Survive with Friends scenario. For example, when two of you decide to be Bonnie and Clyde and then shift the make your choice onto each other the whole time when the pig tries to hit one of you. And yet, as a dead ordinary Dead by Daylight perk, way too fucking OP, man! Alright, friends, let's gaze upon the next perk. Ezekiel, bring in a perk that's maybe a bit less radical than the ones you've been fucking bringing.
Yes, Master Klim.
My killer perk idea. Rage Unleashed. Ezekiel. As the trial goes on, your rage grows, ... Every time you hook a survivor, gain a token. Each token grants 1% bounce movement speed. You can get up to 3, 4, 5 tokens. Rage Unleashed takes effect once all generators are repaired. At least 3 tokens are gathered. Look, I drew it in its full glory. Isn't it beautiful? So now that you've seen it, let's talk about the bounce. You should know by now that I dislike perks that specifically raise the movement speed of stuff. Well, the bad news, Jack fucking pot, this is one of those perks, people. You know, the 5% speed boost is 1% more than with no it, and it's a tiny bit. And the good news, we have a shitload of OP perks to counter this. Fuck! But I do want to point out that this perk actually relies on the killer doing decent work. There's 3 hooks for the perk to work and 5 hooks for the maximum. You know what? All in all, it's actually not OP. Boy, what a plot twist! Alright guys, the 0.5 second break is over. Let's go on with the next perk. Nightmare Grand Helsing, Maw Of Epinephrine.
Faster, I'm sped up and I'm uptight, but at what cost?
As all exit gates are powered, you suffer from the exposed status effect, and the killer Komori you. During the match, getting in contact with the killer and participating in 80, 50, 20% of the gen repairs, you get a stackable plus speed bonus once all gens are repaired. You're the last one standing for 30, 60, 90 seconds. Gain 20, 50, 100% bonus blood points for the escape category. Mori my Oktoberfest. Win a daddy. Now fellas, let's look at this in simple terms. You're at Stackable's shop. 20% of gen progress that you did gives you 1 coin. For 1 coin, you can buy 0.75% stackable speed. Got a brand new part? That's 1 gen. That's 5 coins. That's 3.75%. So you see, fixing 2 gens puts it just above Hope. Hope is 7%, this is 7.5%. Apes. I got a good perk to combo with this.
No, stop that fucking music!
Wait, have a group take 4 brand new parts and then give all of them to that one guy and he gets like 50%. Good thing is though, if this is anything like the emblem system, then 4 survivors working on 1 gen equally can only get 25% each. Yo, it's kinda awkward though if you get like a 15% speed boost at the end of the match and you're like, hey team, what were you doing, playing with dog turds? You're the quick, they're the dead. God, I have so much to say about these perks today, but we have to wrap this up right now. Even with super speed, this only lasts like 1.5 minutes maximum. And with Mori, and with exposed status, which don't vanish. So as long as the unspecified bit about the killer contact doesn't give you like 10,000% speed, I'm really fine with this. How'd you like the perks today, my friendos? Next episode is going to be the mid-season finale of DBD Community Perk Ideas, so make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and to follow me on Twitter so that you don't miss it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, today's perks, today's drawings, because I put my life force into these perks for you. If you had fun today, pop it a like, and if you have one of those balanced perk ideas of yourself that you want me to discuss on the show, just leave it in the comments or DM it to me on Twitterino at @actualklim. Oh, and very important, if you want your name and profile picture to be shown in the video, leave the secret code YESDADDY. And so, arrivederci. See you at the mid-season finale.
Ha ha ha!